Did a dad get decapitated at Disney World?
Let's talk about that.
Good Mythical Morning!
Thank you for joining us in this very special episode of Good Mythical Morning from a hotel. I'd prefer a motel. I'm a big fan of motels, but I'm here in a hotel with lots of people in Orlando. Playlist Live.
I'm filming them right now.
Look at them. Oh yeah, we got you on the end there.
I got you.
We're not going to cut you out until we go to post.
I am now, though. You're out now. Now you're in.
Okay, so here we are doing this thing where we've got you on the other side of our camera, Mythical Beast, and those of you here in the room. Thanks for joining us here in the room, for making us a part of your Playlist Live. A live taping involving no tape.
No, I put
It's a little
I
confusing.
put tape in there this time. I didn't tell you.
That's good.
I crunched up a VHS tape in a blender, and I somehow got it into that SD card slot. So if this doesn't make it to air, it's probably because of that.
At least it's your fault.
Okay, so we're in Orlando. Kind of, the only reason I've ever come to Orlando, Florida, is for the amusement parks.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we don't have time when we're here at Playlist to go to the amusement parks. But how many of you who are here at Playlist, you're taking a trip over to Disney or one of the theme parks while you're here? Is that happening? Yeah.
Yeah, a few people. Yeah, like that guy.
Yeah, why not?
Of course. I mean, we're so close to it.
Yeah, it's Disney.
We should. I mean, their parks are right across the street.
I mean, come on, guys. What kind of question is that? Yeah.
I'm only here because of my daughter. I would be at the park right now if it wasn't for my daughter.
And we got a thumbs up on that one.
What's your name, sir?
Matt.
Dad. Let's just go with Dad. Yeah. Matt, welcome. And your daughter's name? Grace. Well, thanks for being here instead of at the park. Rhett just said he would rather be at the park, too. I think is what you were saying.
No, I was going to say that dads are likely to get decapitated at... that's where I'm going with this.
And this is what you've talked to me about for years. I've never ridden Space Mountain. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, you called it Magic Mountain a couple of minutes ago, but...
Okay, yeah.
I think that's the general... It's Magic Kingdom, and there's a Space Mountain.
But you're always going on and on about the decapitation?
Well, because, first of all, as I've established before, that the thing that really I enjoy about amusement park rides is the perceived risk of dying.
Which makes me want to line up for anything.
Stay with me here. So... You get on this ride, and there's all these warnings about if you're pregnant, if you have a bad back.
Nope.
I am not pregnant, but I have a bad back.
Yep.
And, risk of injury, risk of death, all kinds of things. But you kind of know that you're not going to die, right? You get onto this roller coaster, and it goes all over the place, and it does all these things, and your body is telling your brain you are going to die, but your brain is like, no, it's cool, it's Disney.
Right. There's a conflict. So it's basically reduced to like a death simulation.
Right, but the thing...
Very loosely, maybe.
I enjoy Space Mountain the most of any roller coaster, not because it's fast. It only goes like 35 miles per hour. A lot of people don't know that. It's actually very slow, and it's in the dark. That's what makes you feel like you're losing control. But it's because of this story that's been going around. Have you heard the story about the guy getting decapitated at Space Mountain?
I hear it every week. You're always telling me the story.
I'm fond
of
this
story. It's like, I've heard the story.
And
I'm like, it can't be true.
And of course, a guy who
How can a ride stay open if somebody's head gets lopped off?
Well, here's the story is that he stood up. And I'm as tall as a normal person who's standing up on a roller coaster.
That's more feasible. If it's his fault, that's more feasible.
Right, so apparently, the story goes that, this is really morbid, but he stood up, and not only was he was decapitated below the shoulders, which is a really nasty way to go.
Well, you get to keep your arms in the afterlife that way.
And, but as I'm riding Space Mountain, I'm like this because I'm already about 3 feet out of this old style roller coaster, but then I've got hair that could get decapitated.
And that's important.
Another 3 or 4 inches on top of that. And so I'm always carrying that with me, but that's why I enjoy it so much. I'm like, that guy got decapitated. Maybe I'll get decapitated. Then every time I get off, I'm like, still got my head.
Well,
I'm going to do this again.
I mean, I'm not as tall as you. I think the Playlist experience is, it's not that I'm short, it's that Rhett is too tall. He's kind of odd. But there's lots of rabid fans outside of the door.
That's how many people wanted to get in. But
we had limited capacity.
Fire code.
So, we'll go talk to the other mythical beasts out there who are apparently clawing each other to death to get in here. I don't know if you can hear that or not.
Yeah.
But, I mean, so you're that much taller than me, but when I'm on these rides, somebody did get decapitated out there? You know that sound when you hear it, right? I mean, you're justified in kind of giving the whole shrink when riding the ride, but I find myself doing that too. It's like, you know how they take the snapshot and then you get off and they try to sell it to you, and everyone, I'm like, it's like, I'm the dude without the neck. Well, and I don't have a rational reason for that.
But you also, you know, when I told Link about this story, he said, this has got to be an urban legend. I was like, nah, man, I read it on the internet. It's real. But then I was like, you know what? We're going to talk about this on Good Mythical Morning. I will do some research, and I will find out whether or not this is true. And much to my own disappointment, no one has ever been decapitated by Space Mountain. It is a legend. It is a rumor, but it is based on an incident with a crash test dummy that was used when they opened the ride up the first time, and it like bounced out of the seat and its head came off. That's the best theory right now. The only thing that's ever really happened to somebody in their head on Space Mountain is one time someone from another part of the ride, like up at the line, dropped a candle from Frontierland and it hit a dude on the head.
What was a candle from Frontierland doing on Space Mountain?
No, they were like, I got to take my candle I got in Frontierland. I got to keep it. Oh, I'm going to throw it down there and see what happens when I throw it into the depths of Space Mountain. He suffered short-term memory loss, but he kept his head. But when I did look at this on the internet, the thing I did find is that if you're going to die on an amusement park ride, it's not going to happen at Disney. It's probably going to happen at a state fair.
Oh yeah,
that's when
you
they
can just
all
look
the
at
stories.
Look at the apparati that they're using, and all the mechanisms are exposed in such a way as to say, "Look at me, I'm going to fail on you." You know, you get on the Ferris wheel, and there's like a trailer tire that turns the Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
And you can tell where it's supposed to be, yet it's 8 inches over.
Right.
And then every time you come around, you're reminded of the fact that you're probably going to die again and again.
That's why I ride it.
That's why you buy the ticket?
Yeah.
So I think, okay, if other people share your experience, then we should open an amusement park based on this principle.
Deathland. Yeah, this is how it's going to work at our amusement park. We need to work with
a title.
Death World.
But here's what should happen. Someone should die every year. It's like, okay, I know I bought a ticket to this thing. At some point, someone this year is going to die. It could be me.
Yeah.
So the stakes are raised.
On one ride, it's just a random ride in the park. Every year, someone is just going to... And then there's a haunted house. And there's the guy who comes out with the chainsaw, but once a year, it's a real chainsaw, and it just... Think about how exciting it would be. It's yeah, we're going to Death World today. I mean, chances are we're not going to die. I mean, there's like a 99.999% chance that we're not going to die, but somebody's going to die this year. Think about that. This place would sell out.
Yeah.
Would you go to a place like that?
Yes.
Dad, your kids would. Yeah.
I think you want to have rides that are really friendly. I mean, It's a Small World, after all, would actually be interesting if someone was gassed with, carbon monoxide.
Oh, gosh.
Wow. But not me. Just knowing that it could happen.
I think you're making some people feel uncomfortable.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, what about this?
It's a small world, and you might die.
You got the ride that goes up, and then it drops you, and then I think at Six Flags there's one that just it accelerates you up really fast. Well, one time one guy just keeps going.
Yeah.
Think about being in line for that.
He might not die. You know what? Give him a parachute. That might work. You know, it's like I got the parachute, so I'm probably gonna be okay. But they say there's a 50% chance that it'll fail.
But I think
there's all kinds of excitement in that.
But we need to call it Happy Land with an asterisk.
Oh yeah.
Marketing, and then at the bottom it says Happy Land, except for that one person that dies every year.
Yeah. Man, we got some good ideas, man.
Yeah, at least we think so. Hey, it's interesting to have the benefit of people in the room to tell you immediately. You don't even have to wait for comments to say, bad idea, don't do this.
Yeah.
Why are you guys even excited about this?
Yeah, we've instructed our team to always react positively to everything we say, so, they get paid to do that. You guys are giving your honest reaction, and it's kind of disconcerting.
Thanks for liking and commenting on this episode. Go to netflix.com/RhettandLink. Get you a free trial. Help support the show.
You know what time it is.
We're the mythical beast that lives alive. It's time to say the real mythicality.
In the absence of wheeling the wheel all the way across the United States of America, we have an ice bucket.
And I personally think this is better than the wheel. It's more exciting for me personally.
All of you guys have put wheel endings in there.
I'm not going to use the one that fell out. That would be wrong.
Ooh. We should reach in together. Okay.
Weird.
That was great. Read it. Really? Rhett, you can't do this. Yes, you can. Some better be really, really good since it's your third choice.
Yeah. Rhett confesses to Link that the real Rhett is hiding in the audience.
All right, that was a great episode. I felt like the energy of the room, Rhett, was great.
Chill for a second, because I got something really important that I need to tell you, and that is that the actual me is somewhere in the audience. Can you spot me?
What?
Yeah.
The actual you is not right here?
No, I'm just the person at playlist.
The playlist Rhett double?
Yeah. I
So
look I look nothing like myself when I'm in the audience.
Well, there's a dude with a beard. Obviously not you. Did you go female on me?
Yeah. I'm a
Does that
female in the
happen?
audience.
There you are. You're waving at me back there.
Yeah. Hey, me.
I prefer the female you. I'm not gonna lie. If you wrote an autobiography, what would be the title?
Adventures at Death World.